Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Our lead story, well, amid the standoff between the Tamil Nadu government and the governor, the Chief Minister met the governor today at Raj Bhavan over the issue of pending bills. Now, this is a significant meeting because this comes amid that flashpoint between the government and the governor in the southern state. Now, remember, what the law minister said is that 9 bills will be sent for assent to the president. This is what the governor has agreed to. So, this is like an ice-breaking session between the governor and the government, and this also comes after the Supreme Court's wrap. Remember, the Supreme Court has said that the governor cannot indefinitely withhold a particular bill. Sam Daniel has more details on this meeting.
According to the Constitution, normally the governor would have no choice but to give assent, but in this case he chose to send them to the president. And there are 2 statements coming, one from the Tamil Nadu government saying that Chief Minister M.K. Stalin urged the governor to expedite and give assent to all these 10 bills. And the Chief Minister, the statement says, also told the governor that according to the Constitution, there is no provision to send reenacted bills to the president, and hence he urged the governor to withdraw those bills and give assent immediately. And thirdly, they wanted the governor to abide by the Constitution for the good of the people of Tamil Nadu. A statement from the Raj Bhavan says the meeting was cordial and that the governor assured his continued support to the people of Tamil Nadu and that he will extend every support within the bounds of the Constitution. Going by this, it appears that the matter may further have to be sorted in the Supreme Court, and the bills that are pending are over clipping the powers of the governor with respect to appointment of vice chancellors to the state universities, and then to get the governor's nod to prosecute a few former ministers of the AIDMK regime, early regime, over corruption allegations, and also a few other things like appointment of the head for the State Service Public Service Commission. The larger picture, of course, is the role played by governors in opposition-ruled states where the allegation is that the governors take powers they're not endowed by the Constitution and trying to bring in a kind of a parallel government, undermining the power and the role of duly elected governments, particularly in states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Punjab and a few other states.
Moving now to the other big story. Well, BJP MP Pratap Simhas' name has hit the headlines again. Remember, he's been mired in controversy due to the parliamentary breach case, but now his brother has been arrested by the Forest Department in Karnataka. Now, he has been arrested over charges of cutting and transporting trees worth crores of rupees. It was a crime branch which arrested Vikram Simha, Pratap Simha's brother, first in Bengaluru and later handed him over to the Forest Department. Now, BJP MP Pratap Simha has been linked to the parliamentary breach case. It was his office that actually issued passes to one of the accused in that case. Pratibha Raman has more details.
Well, in fact, BJP MP Pratap Simha's brother Vikram Simha was arrested right this morning by a joint operation that was launched by both CCB as well as the forest officials. This is with regards to a case that is related to a tree felling one, which is reported in Assam, which is just about 182 kilometers from Bengaluru. And as far as this case is concerned, it came to light on December 16th, when Vikram himself was present before the investigation officer to record his statement. But subsequent to that, what we hear is that he was missing and he was subsequently absent for different other statements that needed to be recorded by the investigating officer. And that was when the forest officials as well as the CCB launched a joint operation based on a tip-off as well as an electronic surveillance that was also recorded and put in place. They got to know that Vikram Simha was in Bengaluru and he was reportedly arrested from Basveshwar Nagar area in Bengaluru, where he was in a shopping complex. What we also hear is that there were reports of resistance from Vikram Simha, but then he has been now taken to Hassan and Velur for further investigation. What we hear is that he had leased a plot of land in Hassan, around 10 acres of land, and most of the trees, at least around 120 odd trees, were cut and felled and were transported to different other places. But yes, Definitely bad news for the Simha family. First with Pratap Simha, like you mentioned, Vedant, and now with his brother Vikram Simha as well.
In other news, one youth was killed in Manipur's Imphal West district in fresh violence in the troubled state. Remember, Manipur has been largely peaceful in the past couple of weeks, except for isolated incidents of violence. But in this particular case, a youth was killed in a gunfight with unidentified men. Meanwhile, in a separate incident in the More district, 2 police commandos were injured in an ambush by suspected insurgents. Dramatic visuals coming in. One of the police commandos has been hospitalized as well. There was firing and arson in the state. The Chief Minister of Manipur has said that, well, these are evil elements trying to disrupt peace in Manipur.
Today's incident in Kandangban is highly condemnable, and we will not spare, and the coming will be carry on till the culprit is arrested, and the nearest villages also has asked to calm all the area. And I appeal once again, with coming of the New Year's, and this is running the Christmas, please let us leave violence, let us come to the negotiating table, and let us start dialogue, and let us try to restore peace and normalcy in the state of Manipur.
Meanwhile, the crisis in Myanmar is only escalating, the ethnic unrest there, and this means refugee burden for Mizoram. Well, in the last 2 days, at least 150 Myanmarese soldiers fled to Mizoram after their camps in the neighbouring country were overrun by an armed ethnic group of the pro-democracy resistance forces as the fight has only intensified. Around 151 such personnel entered on late Friday in Mizoram and through the border is how this happened. And well, this comes after the ethnic unrest has only worsened in the past couple of weeks. And now the big political headline. Well, after much suspense, the Rajasthan cabinet expansion has finally taken place, and it's an interesting mix of ministers. Of course, the BJP's bid has been to balance caste arithmetic and regional dynamics. The big disappointment, however, has been that after all the talk about women's empowerment and women's safety, there's just one woman in the 12-member cabinet. The big highlight, however, were the MPs. Take a look.
मैं कर्नल राज्यवर्धन सिंह राठौर ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि
मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति
सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा.
Of the 7 MPs who fought the MLA elections in Rajasthan, 3 are now cabinet ministers. The Bhajan Lal cabinet has balanced caste equations and especially looked at fine-tuning the regional balance. That had gone awry with the CM and his deputies both being from Jaipur.
नहीं, जो भी मुख्यमंत्री जी जिम्मेदारी देंगे उस जिम्मेदारी को पूरी तरह से निभाएंगे, और केवल वही नहीं, उसके अलावा भी जहां-जहां हाथ बटा पाएंगे, चाहे वो संगठन हो चाहे दूसरे विभाग हो, उसके अंदर अपनी पूरी तरह से, ये तो एक अवसर मिला है युवाओं के लिए, चाहे कोई भी विभाग हो, मैं पूरी तरह से उपलब्ध रहूंगा.
20 साल बाद मंत्री बनाऊं तो 20 घंटे काम करेंगे, जनता की सेवा करेंगे, ये सुनिश्चित करेंगे पेपर लीक नहीं हो, भ्रष्टाचार पर नियंत्रण नहीं हो, माँ बहन बेटी की इज्जत सुरक्षित रहे, कानून की स्थिति बेहतर हो, किसी का दमन नहीं हो, शोषण नहीं हो, और कोई तुष्टीकरण नहीं हो.
The cabinet also sprung surprises. Little known face, tribal MLA from Udaipur, Babulal Kharadi, is a minister. And is Manju Bhagmar, the only woman to be sworn in today.
हमारे जो मुख्य जो कार्य होंगे, हमारे जो भी देश के उत्थान के लिए, हमारे राजस्थान राज्य के उत्थान के लिए, उन्हें हम करने में कोई कोताही नहीं बरतेंगे. और हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय का जो नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम जो महिलाओं के लिए बनाया गया है, महिलाओं को विशेष रूप से शक्ति और शिक्षा द्वारा उन्हें सशक्तिकरण करने का पूरा प्रयास किया जाए.
But one thing is certain, like with the choice of CM and his deputies, the Bhajan Lal cabinet has also effected a generational change in the BJP and given new faces a chance. In Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
And moving now to the other big story. Well, the temple town is on the rise, and the Prime Minister visited Ayodhya on Saturday and he inaugurated a slew of infrastructure projects, of course, apart from inaugurating the big international airport and the revamped railway station. And the Prime Minister's messaging was clear. He held a huge roadshow as well, and he made the point that the world is awaiting the Ram Mandir's inauguration. Take a look.
राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम, राम राम जय.
Terminals and trains. Temple town of Ayodhya gets a major facelift in the run-up to the grand opening of the Ram Mandir in January.
अयोध्या से बड़ा कोई धाम नहीं, राम से बड़ा कोई नाम.
The inaugurations today was led by none other than Prime Minister Modi. It began with a massive roadshow by Prime Minister Modi spanning right from the National Highway to the new Ayodhya railway station. The Ayodhya railway station, revamped at a cost of 440 crores, was inaugurated soon after. Resembling a temple from outside and state-of-the-art amenities inside, 2 Amrit Bharat trains and 6 Vande Bharat trains were flagged off.
बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है अयोध्या के लिए और राम जन्मभूमि के पहले रेलवे स्टेशन का उद्घाटन हो गया. पब्लिक आराम से आएगी, दूर दूर से सबको आने में सुविधा होगी. ढेर सारी ट्रेनें, एयरपोर्ट, बहुत बड़ा काम मोदी जी ने किया है देश के लिए. अयोध्या का विकास बहुत तेजी से हो रहा है.
जरूरत तो थी हमारी, जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन हमारा जैसे पहले बहुत ज्यादा डेवलप नहीं हुआ था, लेकिन अब का हमारा रेलवे स्टेशन बहुत ही ज्यादा डेवलप हो जाए, आप देख सकते हैं खुद ही.
Prime Minister also launched the Maharishi Valmiki International Airport, and the first flight from Delhi landed with excited devotees.
अयोध्या में श्री राम का भव्य मंदिर बनने के बाद यहां आने वाले लोगों की संख्या में बहुत बड़ी वृद्धि होगी. इसे ध्यान में रखते हुए हमारी सरकार अयोध्या में हजारों करोड़ रुपयों के विकास कार्य करा रही है. अयोध्या को स्मार्ट बना रही है.
Around 21 projects were inaugurated today. Foundation stone lead was of around 10 projects, amounting to over 15,000 crores. Prime Minister left the devotees with only one request.
सभी राम भक्तों को, देश भर के राम भक्तों को, उत्तर प्रदेश के विशेष करके राम भक्तों को मेरा हाथ जोड़ करके प्रणाम के साथ प्रार्थना है, मेरा आग्रह है कि 22 जनवरी को एक बार विधि पूर्वक कार्यक्रम हो जाने के बाद 23 तारीख के बाद अपनी सुविधा के अनुसार वो अयोध्या आए. अयोध्या आने का मन 22 तारीख को न बनाए.
Prime Minister Modi set the tone for the consecration ceremony scheduled end of January, saying that the whole world is waiting for the historic moment, asserting that the development at Ayodhya will also boost India's efforts to transform into a developed nation. Bureau Report, NDTV.
So well, all set for that grand opening in January. We'll take a short break now. News continues on the other side. Welcome back. It's truly been a watershed moment in Assam's history. A tripartite agreement has been signed between the Assam government, the central government and the pro-talk faction of one of Assam's biggest militant groups, the ULFA. And this peace deal is going to be a breakthrough in Assam's decade-long insurgency. How does it actually translate on ground? Ratndeep Chaudhary has this report.
ये एकॉर्ड हो या ना हो, हमें जो लोकसभा का सीट मिलना है वो तो हम मिलेगा, लेकिन मैं इस एकॉर्ड को पॉलिटिक्स का साथ जोड़ना नहीं चाहता हूँ. ये एकॉर्ड असम का अमन शांति के लिए है, तो हमें इस एकॉर्ड को नॉन पॉलिटिकली देखना चाहिए और इसको चुनाव का दृष्टि से नहीं देखना चाहिए.
Assam Chief Minister claims that the peace accord signed between ULFA Centre and the Assam government does not have any political motive but only peace. ULFA's pro-talk faction that signed the deal after over a decade of negotiations with New Delhi and 4 decades of armed conflict says the outfit will be disbanded, though another faction is still active in insurgent activities.
हम लोग बहुत खुश हो क्योंकि ये एग्रीमेंट हुआ है अल्फा का साथ में, और हम लोग ये भी उम्मीद करता हूं कि जो अभी एग्रीमेंट हुआ है, साइन हुआ है, एग्रीमेंट में जो दफा हुआ है ये जल्दी से जल्दी इम्प्लीमेंट हो जाए. we will not participate in the election.
So what all does the deal include? An investment commitment to the tune of rupees 1.5 lakh crores in Assam, special development project of 5,000 crore, that will include an IIM in Guwahati in next 5 years, new stringent legislation to ensure land rights of indigenous communities, rehabilitation of families of missing ULFA cadres. The primary focus, of course, was on disbanding ULFA and lifting of non-heinous crime cases against the ULFA cadres.
असम का सुक्ति हुआ था, उसमें शेड्यूल क्लॉज 6 था. क्लॉज 6 का लिए एक असम में जस्टिस विप्लव शर्मा कमेटी भी था, जिसका रिकमेंडेशन था कोई काफ़ी, और गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी ने कहा था कि हम इसको पॉइंट टू पॉइंट इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे, लेकिन उसका अभी 3 साल से ज़्यादा हो गया, उसका कुछ नहीं हुआ. सिमिलरली असम में जब भी सेंट्रल से मिनिस्टर आते हैं वो कहते थे कि एसटी स्टेटस यहाँ का 6 कम्युनिटी को दिया जाएगा, उसका कुछ नहीं हुआ.
While the accord mentions big ticket investment and development projects, it also mentions about the contentious Assam NRC, which is stuck in limbo since 2019 with 19 lakh people not making it to the citizenship list. The BJP-led government in Assam had already said that there are discrepancies in the Assam NRC and wants to review it. The matter is in Supreme Court, and in this accord it is mentioned that there is a possibility of review after the final order is passed by the Supreme Court. However, in past, in accord like the Assam Accord of the 80s, important clauses like the clause 6 remains unimplemented, so therefore there would be questions around this accord as well, and the opposition is already calling it a soft deal. With Nakul Rabha in Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
And finally, 4 days after announcing that she would return her Khel Ratna and Arjuna award, wrestler Vinesh Fogart left the accolades on a pavement on Kartavya Path. She did this after the Delhi police stopped her from going to the Prime Minister's office. The Asian Games and Commonwealth Games gold medalist had announced a decision to return the awards in an open letter to the Prime Minister on Tuesday. This had come days after Sakshi Malik said she was retiring from wrestling and Bajrang Punia returned his Padma Shri. Extremely unfortunate for this world of sports there. But that's all the time that we have on this bulletin from all of us here. Goodbye.